What is up, budget and family and friends? My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mac channel where I am documenting our six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with a virtual private practice, along with my husband who is a welder. Together we have a combined income of about $130,000, and we started our debt-free journey in October of 2023 with $305,884 worth of debt, and the goal is to be out of this debt by December 31st, 2026. Our debt consisted of credit card debt, a car loan, a HELOC, student loan debt, which is the majority of it, and our mortgage. And again, the goal is to have this debt completely eliminated by December 31st, 2026. I am documenting our debt-free journey and sharing it with you guys here in the form of monthly budgets, weekly budgets, debt updates, transfer Tuesdays, net worth updates, and because I am an entrepreneur, I do also share the income that I was able to earn in my private practice at the end of every month. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed. And if you are a subscriber and have been riding with me from the very beginning or for a long time, I really appreciate you for being here. Welcome back. Today is the May budget closeout, and without further delay, we will get right into it. Okay, so we have my budgeting template on the screen. This is May's budget. I did not do the pre-budget, so I am doing the budget review. So this budget went from May 1st to May 31st. The income for this month was planned at $9,896.68, and the actual income for this month was $11,878.98. I do go over the week-to-week income that is earned from both my husband and I, so I'm not going to do that here. I am going to point out that I did earn one full-time paycheck from my part-time job, and then a partial paycheck from my part-time job after I left. My last day at my part-time job was May the 3rd due to its interference in my business. We did receive our rental income, and for side hustle income for this month, I earned $44.76, which was really more of a refund for something. I want to say it was for a doctor's appointment. My husband did earn $500. Well, he earned more than that, but he put $500 as side hustle money, and then he had to put the savings investment back into his savings account. And then, May, or you may not know, but May was a 5-week paycheck month. So we did get paid a fifth time in May. And so that may have been why our income was a little bit higher for the month of May. We transitioned over to savings, and savings for this month was planned at $1,230, and that was with $200 to my high yield savings account, and I actually saved $250. My husband, we planned to save $200 in his savings account, and he only saves $100. $20 to M1 investments, and $20 did go into that account. It is automatically deposited into that account. $200 for Christmas 2024, and we only put $100. I don't necessarily know if that's accurate because we do automatically put $50 every other week into the Christmas savings account, and I can only recall 1 week that we did not put money into Christmas 2024 savings. Princeton, we plan to save $40 for him, and that is his college fund. I still have not transferred his money that I am saving in a traditional savings account as well as in a high yield savings account into an actual savings 529 plan. But I keep saying I plan on doing that, and I am. If you have one that you recommend, or how are you guys saving for your kids' college fund if you are saving for them, I would love to hear what you're doing about that. $370 was supposed to go or planned to go into our 808, which is, $200 to my daughter, and we actually ended up giving her $132.23. The difference between the $200 and the $132 is probably to cover some expenses she put on our American Express card. And then $370 was planned to go into the 808 or the investment property savings account. And we put $400 aside, and that was an accident. He was supposed to put $370. For whatever reason, he put $400, and it did upset me. So the actual savings for the month of May was $1,042.23. Bills for the month of May were planned at $2,436.34, and that was $1,331.98 on our mortgage. We actually put $998.99 on our mortgage, and that is automatically drafted, and it is drafted weekly. $133.26 towards our life insurance, and that did come out. $9.99 for Apple storage, for storage on all of our Apple devices, and that did come out. $58 to my husband's cell phone, and that did come out. $41.63 for my son's instrument, and that did come out. $25.05 for Planet Fitness, and that did come out. $97.78 for the house insurance on our investment property, and that did not come out. $330 on our utility bill, and because we are on budget billing and we have overpaid, we only had to pay $107.93, and that is what we paid. $16.54 for Netflix, and then auto insurance at $392.11, but it's really $373 something, and $747.02 did come out. So that brought our actual bills for the month of May to $2,138.41. We transition over to expenses, and expenses for the month of May were planned at $2,570, and that was with $600 in groceries, and we spent $941.41. Gas, we budgeted $500 for the month, and we spent $463.53. Beauty maintenance was planned at $100, and I spent $69.38. $50 for the boy's hair, and my son did get his hair done, so we spent $50. $200 towards toiletries, and we did not need any toiletries. Household had $200, and we spent $50. Fast food, we budgeted $200, and we spent $331.83. Date night was planned at $50, and we spent $0. Wheel spin and I are still getting $0. $320 in miscellaneous expenses, and we spent miscellaneously $1,172. In tithing, we had budgeted $250, and we spent $285.22. Car maintenance was planned at $100 for the month, and we did not put anything towards car maintenance. So that brought our actual expenses for the month of May to $3,363.37. Debt payments for the month of May were planned at $2,368.20. That was with credit card minimums on all of our credit cards. We only have a balance. Well, we have a balance on the My Hilton American Express, and that is because my kids use that card. We have a balance on the PayPal card, and then my husband has a balance on his PayPal card. We are not prioritizing paying those off. What we do prioritize is paying off the special finances to avoid any interest accruing on the card. My Honda payment is $1,078, and we were able to pay $1,570.21, which means we did meet our financial goal to be able to apply $500 towards the principal. $288 on the HELOC, and we did pay $288. And then the minimum payments on all of my student loans. My student loans are paid in one lump sum payment of $357.57, but I do list it this way, so because when I start to pay them, this is how I will pay them. So that brought our actual debt balance or debt payment to $2,972.76. We transitioned over to the budgeted versus the actual, and again, the planned income was $9,896.68, and our actual income was $11,878.98. The income saved was $1,230, and the actual income saved was $1,042.23. The income spent was $5,006.34, and the actual income spent, which is the combination of bills and expenses, was $5,501.78. And the debt paid was planned at $2,368.20, with an actual debt payment for the month of May of $2,972.76. That left a planned remaining balance of $1,292.14, with an actual remaining balance of $2,362.21. And I'm not sure how accurate that is. We will go over to the breakdown. The breakdown in savings, we were able to apply 11% of our income for the month to savings, and I like to see anything between 8 and 10%, so A plus there. 22.5% of our income went towards bills, and I don't necessarily have an expectation for that. 35.3% of our income went towards expenses, and I don't necessarily have an expectation for that. If you have an expectation, or you feel like you have a reasonable amount, or if you feel like this is reasonable or unreasonable, please make sure to let me know and let me know why. And then 31.2% towards debt, and that is a C minus, because I like to see it at 35 to 50%. I'm glad that it was 31%, but I would love to see 35%. So definitely want to figure out how we can make sure that we are at least putting 35% of our income towards debt on a monthly basis. And what does that break down to in a weekly basis? I am not going to go over the transactions because I do review those in the weekly budget. So if you're interested to see exactly what my transactions from the week were, or from week to week, then please check out the budget with me, which I think is the weekly budget playlist, to review the transactions or how I'm spending my money during the week. I do believe that while our priority is to get out of the debt, we still want to live our life. And part of that is because I do have and it's not an excuse, but I do have an autoimmune disease that can go very bad very quick, and I would hate to be so into the debt-free journey, postponing life and postponing memories to then get sick. Now, is it likely? I would like to say it's not even likely that it will go real bad real quick, because part of the risk of my autoimmune disease, because it is inflammation of the blood vessels, is stroke or aneurysm. So although I do eat healthy, I did just share that I have transitioned back to more of a vegan diet. I do exercise Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday and Sunday, like light exercise. I do not drink. I do not use substances. And, I try to be as healthy. I'm out in the sunlight. I'm doing all of the things. I still don't necessarily know when or if I could get a blood clot, a stroke, or an aneurysm. So that is part of the reason why I think it is just as important to get out of debt as it is to create memories with my family. So that is why we do still live our life. We do still have dates. We do still plan small trips within reason. I do still think that is very important. Now, if I had a clean bill of health, I would just hustle it right on out till all of this debt is paid and then live life. But I just don't feel confident about that. Anyhow, that is it for May budget closeout. I really appreciate you guys for watching thus far, if you're still here. If you or someone you know is on a debt-free journey similar to mine, or just on a debt-free journey, and you feel like you or someone you know could be inspired and informed by following our journey, make sure to click that subscribe button so that you do not miss a video or any portion of this journey. If you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to follow our 39-month journey towards debt freedom, building wealth, and possible or early retirement, or retireability by the age of 50. That is it for today's video. Again, I really appreciate you for stopping by. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.